we've had you on for a few mailbag episodes. We don't have any mailbag episodes, but I have a question, a general question posed to everyone. Tommy, I know you've been to AllStar Weekend. Tyrese has been. I've been. How do we feel in general about just having a 4 or 5 city rotation of warm weather places?
That's what we were talking
Weekend?
about. We were talking about that. I think LA has to be a staple. Like, they haven't done one in Miami since the 80s, right?
I'm going to tell you why you're wrong about LA, but keep going.
How?
LA should never have it.
How?
LA should never have it because, well, 2 reasons. A,
because the parties are too hard to get to because of traffic. Literally, that's Tommy's take.
The
parties are too hard to get to.
The congestion, they put the parties in the hills and these crazy places that nobody can get to or anything like that.
Where do you want it? What cities do you want?
I actually think that they should put it in small markets in warm places. I thought the one they did in Charlotte was amazing. Not that Charlotte's like the warmest place in the world, but I think that they should do it in places. Phoenix should have it. I think the Texas cities should have it. I think it was great in New Orleans. Miami, I feel like should not because of the craziness. Like, they just don't. It's just too much trouble. It's like putting it in Vegas. I don't think it's
Vegas can't happen.
I don't think it's unreasonable to say that they should not have it in.
But can we agree that it should happen in Cleveland? We can agree on that.
It should not happen in Cleveland.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, it's happening in your home.
It's happening in India in 2 years. Yes. Yes.
We're excited for that one.
I'm with it. Yeah, I'm with that for sure.
Orlando would be a good one. Atlanta would be a good one. New Orleans, of course, you guys mentioned. But yeah, I mean, just stay in sort of maybe southern United States in the middle of February.
Can I throw a crazy idea out there, which is probably completely unrealistic? What if they did it in like Mexico City?
I knew he was about to say that.
You know what I mean? They did it like you did it, or did it in like Cabo or something. Like, you do it in a place where like everyone.
Cabo.
No, but think about like the.
Where are you gonna have the game in Cabo?
You just find a gym. Just find, like, who cares?
Turks and Caicos. Tommy wants it to be in Turks and Caicos. You
I
need
like
the infrastructure.
I like the vision.
And the hotel rooms.
Am I wrong? I will say this, and we have 2 NBA players on the chat. I'm the non-NBA player. I will say the one constant that every player says about going to AllStar Weekend, besides the positive stuff Tyrese was saying, is how annoying it is with having to, like, you're overwhelmed with all these asks and every brand is there and every this is there, and all of a sudden you're just like, you don't even. So like, if you put it in another country, it kind of filters out it weeds out some of the problems. And you basically just get to be like, oh, I get to be around these other players and I get to be around these guys in the league that I like to see, and my family is there. And like, if Tyrese is an all-star, he's like, well, I don't get to go to Mexico. I got to go to Cleveland for 4 days. Well, you get to you're in Mexico. You just have to go play basketball.
I see the vision. I see the
vision. You're coming at this very much from the sense of how enjoyable it would be for the all-stars. But keep in mind, these cities rely on, this is a huge deal for a city to host a thing. It's a huge deal for fans, local economy, etc. I'm being harsh. But
I was going to say this. Yeah.
No, we should absolutely have a chance to give it to every city. Let every fan base be the host city. I thought it was amazing when watching the skills competition on Saturday night and seeing the reaction that the Cavs guys were getting in the skills competition. I thought that was awesome. Like, there's a sense of pride for that host city that they had 2 all-stars, up-and-coming team. I thought it was great, man. I'm going to Salt Lake City next year. I'm going to go skiing and just
he's really into skiing now.
Yeah, I'm going to go skiing in Deer Valley, and I'm going to just pop in and out, and I'll do some stuff.
Maybe I was being a little bit of a diva. I agree. I feel like it should be everywhere. I was just annoyed that, like, okay, my only thing is, if you're going to do it in a cold place, right, they need to, like, import Uber drivers. Like, we need more Ubers in Cleveland. Cleveland's not prepared for all the Uber requests. You know what I'm saying? That's fair?
That's fair. Or give every guy participating their own driver for the weekend. Boom.
Something like that.
Solved.
Yeah. Problem solved.
That seems like an obvious thing. I don't know why they don't do that.
I think it's going to be in Milwaukee in the next few years. I think it's going to go to Milwaukee. And, like, that's the crib for me. So, like, I'm with it, but I know guys are not going to be happy about that. So, like, I'm just thinking of ways that we can, make it good for
I just think they need to be more outside. Well, there's 2 things. First of all, I don't think every city should have it. I don't think LA should have it. I also don't think New York really needs it. People in New York don't even appreciate it. They had it in New York a couple years ago and no one even cared. New York doesn't like give a fuck. So like, don't put it in cities where they don't care. So I don't think New York needs it either.
I'm not telling you.
New York doesn't care about
New York doesn't
basketball.
care.
What?
They didn't. They just don't care
What
about.
gummy did Tommy take today?
No, New York cares about basketball. They just care about.
I did All-Star Weekend in New York. People cared.
All-Star
man, it was
Weekend
awesome.
in New York was a
It
bust.
awesome. The following year in Toronto, I love Toronto. Top 5 city to me.
I think it's way better in smaller places where it's like this is a big deal for the city. I was gonna say though, in Indy, they should think outside the box a little bit and maybe like put the game in like the Hoosiers gym or something. Like do something that's not like.
Tommy, like I'm expecting you to say like you know that I was expecting you to say out of the box like you weren't a fan of the dunk contest or something like that. You're talking about the Hoosiers gym.
I'm just saying like add a little flair for the dramatic for some of the stuff. Don't just like pull up to the arena and just do everything there.
Tyrese, did you go to the dunk contest?
I didn't, but I had dinner with Obi on Thursday, so he told me what the plans were.
You made a very wise choice.
My thing is though, what can these? There's got to be a limit to what. First of all, we need to go back to just do a time limit instead of a dunk limit.
Yeah.
Right. It just went a little too long. Right. But like, it bothers me so much. I love Ja. I love Ja as a player and a person. Ja's catching 360 alley-oops in the All-Star game. And they're like, we need that in the dunk contest. In the dunk contest, those are all sixes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Obi is doing one step between leg reverses. And like it takes, all the stuff guys were doing, like Jaylen, he tried the hard one, but like he still windmill off the side of the backboard. Like that's hard that is really hard.
Do you think video games have ruined it for fans? But I think you can do anything.
I think it's just a product of like we were spoiled with Zach and Aaron and guys who've done it so well and didn't miss a dunk like that we expect so much, but like it's hard. Some
of it too is we've sort of reached the limitations of human potential. Like
okay, we're on the same page.
No, it's like a 720 windmill between the legs. Is that what we need to see? Like, I don't know that that's actually possible. I don't know that there's a dunk that we haven't seen.
That's what I'm saying. We want NBA Live 2005 dunk contest.
I like this idea. I like this. I'm a fan of this idea. You want to keep it to 4, fine. You get 3 NBA guys
and a pro dunker.
Bring in a pro dunker.
I actually am not.
I would love that.
Do you think the NBA guys would be cool with that though? If this guy just throws them up?
I don't know. I'm not opposed to it, but people think Bron was supposed to do it when he like Ja's not going to do the dunk contest. Like guys are not trying to do the dunk contest. Like
it's a lot of pressure. It's a big stress. Yeah.
Here's another thought I had. Somebody on Twitter hit me up. I thought about this. I think it's a possibility if you incentivized it. But what about a one-on-one tournament?
Okay, I've heard this before, and I actually am not opposed to this idea. I like the idea. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna get like reserved, like guys who don't start are probably gonna be the majority of it, but it can still be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Like
who's your top 5 in a one-on-one tournament right now in the league?
What a question. I mean, there's a lot of guys. There's a
lot of guys. I'd have to really think on that. I'm definitely putting Kyrie. I want to see Kyrie in a one-on-one competition. I want to see Tatum in a one-on-one competition. I want to see D Book in a one-on-one competition. Like guys like that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but those guys aren't doing it. Those guys aren't going to do it. Like we're still going to, even if it's guys off the bench, it's still going to be amazing. Like I'm telling you, let's just say a couple of years ago, like if we had like Lou Will, Terrence Ross, like guys who are just like trained to score, you know
Jamal
what I'm saying?
Crawford,
like Jamal, like that would be because it's not like it's not like Kyrie, Jayson, Tatum. You're not getting like the top guys in the league, but that's still amazing one-on-one. Oh,
I love that.
Tyrese, I have a question before we go. What did you think about the other trades?
As a basketball fan, I love the deadline was a lot of fun. I like the deadline outside of myself getting traded. It was a lot of, it was a lot of fun. I think Philly and Brooklyn both benefited from it. I think it puts both of them in a good situation. I think Brooklyn's going to be a big problem in the East, but like James and Embiid, if like they're both on, like that's a lot. And the Bucks are still like the East is going to be a lot of fun. I like that deadline. I thought it was good.